Ladies and gentlemen, they're not coming, no backup, no rest. You squad, no miracle mentor stepping in at the last second to pull you out of the fire. That realization, it stings, but it's also the most powerful turning point in your life, 'cause the day you stop waiting to be saved is the day you start becoming the one who saves yourself. See, most people are stuck in survival mode, not because they're weak, but because they've been trained to believe that someone else holds the key. They've been taught to wait for validation, wait for the right moment, wait for the perfect opportunity. But life doesn't hand out golden tickets. Life hands out tests, pressure, silence. And it watches how you respond. You want change, then stop looking outward and start digging inward. The hard truth is the person you're hoping will rescue you from your struggle, your failure, your doubt. That person doesn't exist because that role was always meant for you. You are your own break. Through you are your own wake-up call. Every excuse you cling to as a chain, and every decision you make to stand up anyway, it's a key. You build the escape route, one painful disciplined brick. And it's no applause, no safety net, just you, your choices. Quiet promise that you won't quit on yourself. Not this time. The world won't stop spinning because you feel lost. It won't slow down because you're tired. But if you stop moving with it, if you fight with everything you've got, you stop surviving and start living, not because someone came to save you, but because you finally showed up for yourself. And once you taste that power, you'll never beg for rescue again. From the time we're young, many of us are taught that help will always come, that if we're good enough, patient enough, we're just in the right place at the right time, someone will show up and fix everything. But this belief, this illusion of rescue is dangerous. It creates a mindset where people wait instead of act. They sit in pain and fear and failure, hoping that someone else will carry them out of it. But life doesn't work like that. Nobody is coming with a magic answer. Nobody is knocking on your door with a map to your dreams. If you wait, you stay stuck. The illusion of rest gives you a reason not to move. You say, once I meet the right person, once I get that opportunity, once someone helps me, then I'll start. But the truth is, even if those things come, they can't save you, because nothing truly changes until you decide to change. No one can force you to wake up early, to put in the work, to stop making excuses. That power belongs to you. And only you see it all the time. People say he's waiting for the right time, but the clock is ticking. Whether you're ready or not, you could wait your whole life hoping for a handout, a savior, a shortcut. And while you wait, life moves on. Others, the ones who choose to act, pass you by because they figured out the truth. Action is the only rest. You, not luck, not a person, not a perfect plan. The moment you stop believing that someone will come save you is the moment you finally take control. You stop waiting. And you start building. You stop hoping. And you start grinding. You stop leaning on others. And you start standing on your own 2 feet. That's where real confidence begins, not because things got easier, but because you got strong. It's not easy, except it's painful to let go of the fantasy that someone else will fix it. But once you do, you get your power back. You stop living in fear. You stop waiting. And you finally start living the life that's waiting on the other side of your effort. The illusion of rescue ends when you realize you are the rescue. Your life is your responsibility. That's the heart of radical ownership. It means you stop blaming your past, your parents, your boss, your friends, or your situation. And you stop pointing fingers. Because the moment you put the blame on something or someone else, you give away your power. You say, I can't move forward because of them. But radical ownership says, no matter what happened to me, what I do next is my choice. When you take ownership, you're not saying life has been fair. You're not pretending bad things didn't happen. You're just choosing not to let those things define you anymore. You're choosing to say, this is my life, and I'm going to take control of it right now. That kind of thinking changes everything. It means you take full control over your actions, your attitude, your habits, and your future. Most people don't want that kind of responsibility. They say they do, but deep down, they'd rather have something to blame. It's easier, it's more comfortable. If you say, I failed because nobody helped me, it hurts less than saying, I failed because I didn't show up. But only one of those mindsets leads to real growth. Only one leads to freedom. Radical ownership is when you wake up in the morning and say, if I don't like where I am, I will change it. If I feel weak, I'll train. If I feel lost, I'll study, ask questions, and figure it out. You stop waiting for life to be easy, and you get busy making yourself better. No one's going to do it for you. No one can do it for you. Taking ownership doesn't mean you'll be perfect. You'll still fall. You'll still mess up. But instead of making excuses, you say, that's on me, and I'll do better next time. That mindset makes you unstoppable, because every mistake becomes a lesson, not a limitation. When you finally stop waiting for someone to come fix your life, you realize you've had the tools all along. Radical ownership gives you the freedom to stop surviving and start building. It's not about being perfect, it's about being honest with yourself, and from that honesty real strength is born. Discipline is heavy, it's not flashy, it doesn't get applause, and no one's going to cheer you on for waking up early, for saying no to distractions, or for choosing the hard road every single day. But if you want to grow, if you want to build a life you're proud of, then you have to carry the weight of discipline, because no one else is going to carry it for you. A lot of people want results, but they don't want the routine. They want success, but not the sacrifice. That's where discipline comes in. It's the quiet choice to do what's right over what's easy, and most of the time it's boring. It's not fun. It's doing the workout. When you're tired, it's sticking to your plan. When no one's watching, it's choosing the grind over the short cut. Over and over again, people often ask, where do I start? Start with one thing, doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. That's discipline. Feelings come and go. Motivation fades, but discipline, that's your backbone. That's the thing that holds you up when everything else tries to pull you down. And yes, it gets heavy. You will wear on you. You'll have days where you want to quit, where your mind tells you to take the easy way out, but that weight, that pressure is what makes you stronger. Just like lifting weights builds muscle, carrying your own discipline builds your character. And here's the truth, if you don't carry it, no one will carry it for you. There's no substitute. No one is coming to save you from your laziness, your excuses, your fear. That's your job. Every disciplined choice you make adds up. It shapes you. It proves to you that you can depend on yourself. And once you trust yourself, that's where the real power begins, because you stop needing outside approval. You stop chasing quick fixes. You know who you are because you've built that person day by day, decision by decision. The way to discipline isn't easy, but it's worth it, because while the undisciplined are carried by their problems, the disciplined carry themselves. And that's the kind of strength that changes everything. There's a kind of silence that most people run from, the silence when no one is watching. No praise, no recognition, no likes, no shares, no applause, just you and the work. That's where the real test happens, because anybody can be great when the spotlight is on. Anybody can talk big when the crowd is cheering. But who are you when it's quiet? Who are you when it's just you and your choices? This silence, this space with no noise, is where the real growth begins. It's in those early mornings when everyone else is sleeping and you're pushing through your routine. It's in the late nights when you're tired, but you show up for your goals anyway. There's no one around to clap for you, no one to notice if you stop, but you keep going. That's power. Too many people rely on external motivation. They need someone to push them, someone to validate them. But if you always need noise to move, what happens when it gets quiet? You stop, you slow down, you get lost. But the ones who win, they embrace the silence. They understand that this is where the foundation is built. You can fake it in public, but you can't fake it in the dark when no one sees the effort. The silent moments are honest. They show you what you're really made of. Are you driven by passion or attention? Are you committed or just interested? Silence doesn't lie. It tells the truth about your habits, your discipline, your mind. It's not easy to stay focused without feedback. It's not fun. Work hard when no one sees the results yet, but the ones who stay consistent in silence, they build something real. They become unshakable, because when the noise fades, they're still standing, still working, still growing. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. Let your results speak. Let your habit speak. The ones who master the quiet moments are the ones who dominate when it counts. Silence is not your enemy. It's your training ground. It's the test most people fail, but if you can pass it, you'll be ready for anything. Self-respect doesn't come from other people telling you how great you are. It doesn't come from likes on social media or compliments from strangers. It comes from you, from the small, hard choices you make every day when no one else is looking. You don't get self-respect by talking about what you're going to do. You earn it by showing up for yourself again and again, even when it's hard. You build self-respect when you keep promises to yourself. If you say you're going to wake up early and you do it, that's a win. If you say you're going to cut distractions and focus, and you follow through, that's how trust is built. It might not seem like a big deal in the moment, but every time you follow through on your word, you're proving something to yourself. I can count on me. That's where confidence really comes from. Not fake hype, not empty motivation, but real earned belief in yourself. And that belief comes from action, from doing the work, from being consistent when no one else tells you to be, from respecting your own goals enough to fight for them. Self-respect also means protecting your time and energy. You don't let people treat you any kind of way. You don't let bad habits steal your future. When you respect yourself, you stop chasing validation. You stop trying to prove things to people who don't even know your story. You focus on becoming someone you are proud of. But here's the truth. Self-respect isn't given. You can't buy it. You can't borrow it. You have to earn it through discipline, through sacrifice, through staying true to your values even when it would be easier to fold. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you build it. Every time you say no to what doesn't serve you, you build it. And every time you get back up after a SPAC, you build it. So if you feel like you've lost confidence, if you feel like you don't know who you are anymore, don't look outward. Start rebuilding yourself. Respect from the ground up. Show up, do the work, keep your word, and watch how you start to carry yourself differently. Because the way you treat yourself sets the tone for how the world treats you. If this message hit home for you, if you felt that spark to take control and stop waiting for someone else to rescue you, then now's the time to act. Don't let this moment slip away. Start showing up for yourself. Start building that self-respect and take full ownership of your journey. Remember, no one is coming to save you, but you can save yourself. And if you're ready to make that change, hit the subscribe button and join a community of like-minded individuals who are committed to growth and self-mastery. And if this resonated with you, drop a comment below and share how you're going to take action today. Love to hear what steps you're taking to make this mindset shift. Let's keep the conversation going and let's grow together.